A Cape Town charity called Ladles of Love is attempting to break a world record at the V&A Waterfront. They are looking to create a 6.7-kilometer line of food cans. These cans will go on to make about 180,000 meals for residents of the Cape Peninsula. They're going to need 90,000 cans to do this. They've mapped out a route in the waterfront precinct and have hundreds of volunteers coming down to help them to achieve this fate. Our SABC News reporter Vanessa Poonah has more on this story.
I can tell you that counting is furiously underway and verification of whether indeed they have reached their target of the world record for the longest line of cans or canned food. Joining me just to explain that verification process is Lauren Groenewald. For this event, she is an independent auditor. Lauren, a very warm good afternoon to you. So I've seen people with little wheels, wheel instruments. I see physically as we speak, people are still busy counting, and in terms of this attempt by Ladles of Love to breach the world record, I understand that they're quite confident that they've already done so. What work goes into the verification process?
First of all, for us as the independents, we are not part of the actual putting down the cans or touching the cans. We are here to verify the counting and most importantly the measuring. So the record is to break the longest line of cans. The counting is just to ensure that we have enough cans. They definitely do have enough cans, that has been proven. So the verification is, we first of all going to verify the volunteers counting, and they're going to sign a declaration saying they counted. Afterwards we're going to do a few samples. We've chosen 12 random sections throughout the whole snake of the waterfront, and we are going to be counting those and seeing does it agree with what the volunteer counted. Afterwards we have my first team of measuring has gone out already with a wheel. They'll be measuring each kilometer and writing down the time and what section it was, and seeing when we get back to the finish line, is it 6.7, is it not, and that'll be the final call. And then, at the end of it, I'm walking again one more time with the wheel to make sure everything is grounded, everything is touching each other, and then I'm also pretty confident that this is going to happen.
So more or less, what time are we looking at having it in black and white, so to speak, that this world record attempt has been successfully tackled by Ladles of Love?
So our plan was to have it at 3:30 because the waterfront has been so kind to close the bridges and close the roads for us till 3:30. So our aim is 3:30. So I'm going to say 3:30 and be positive, but maybe for 4:30.
Lauren Groenewald, thank you so much for speaking to me. Of course, Blaine, just explaining to us the verification process that will be unfolding for the next hour or two here at the waterfront, where 90,000 tin food cans have been collected as well as donated. And of course, yes, the fun element today would be to break that world record, but a more serious element, Blaine, is the fact that so many South Africans are going hungry. I mean, just a short while ago, I spoke to a lady in South Manual. She runs a feeding scheme in the Athlone area. She came out today saying that it's her time to pay back because she is one of the beneficiaries of Ladles of Love, and she was explaining to us that every little helps in terms of keeping hunger at bay for those who cannot afford to provide meals. Also telling us that for many people, the one meal that they do receive from various feeding schemes or soup kitchens may be the only meal that they get for that day. So indeed, good efforts here to feed about 180,000 or create 180,000 meals, but of course numbers and numbers of organizations that are on the ground feeding those communities in need, indeed the beneficiaries of campaigns such as this one. We've got the backdrop of Table Mountain behind us, and of course yesterday a word coming through that it's been almost a year to the day that snow fell on Table Mountain. Now we're trying to bring you some nice pictures if you can have a look at that glorious sight over there in the background. And over the past few days we've been having a lightning and thunder, which I personally haven't experienced in the Cape winter for a while, and then also some hail. People of course sharing on various platforms pictures of hail that fell on a Friday night. I can tell you however however, that today the weather indeed is holding up, making life very easy, or much easier, for those hundreds of volunteers and people involved in this project, getting the tin cans here. And of course, once the verification process is complete, Blaine, they will have to then collect all the cans again, take it to Ladles of Love storage facility, from where they will then start dispatching to those organizations and charities feeding poor people in the communities around Cape Town.
All right, Vanessa Poonah for us in Cape Town. They will certainly give you an update as to whether that was reached, that record indeed was reached at around 3:30. All right.